Should've bought a Gap tool. Should've spent the money. And I wouldn't be bouncing down 64 in my broken ass suspension. God damn it. Yeah. That's what's going on right now. Huh. So I popped the hood. Oh. And there's the warning. I've got 90 miles left. Alright, welcome back to the AddictedMotors YouTube channel, and today we're in the black 08 SuperCharged. We're headed up to the cabin. Haven't been up there for a while. So if you're new to the channel, please check out some of my old videos that I will link above regarding our little Rover themed Airbnb we've got in the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's called Rover Woods. I will also put the Airbnb link in the description. About 21 acres nestled along the Blue Ridge Parkway. Cut some trails there, close to breweries and all that fun stuff, and just an all-around great location. And due to the birth of our child, I have not been up there in a couple weeks, so just gonna go up and check it out. We had the hurricane blow through, and my Starlink's not picking up, and my camera up there is not receiving a signal. So hopefully everything's okay, but I also have to go up there and make sure that the trail is cleared, the driveway is not messed up, and that everything is still clean as far as bugs and other pests and intruders that get in there. So we are in the Rover Woods 2, which is the SuperCharged 08. Rover Woods 1, my LR3, is in the shop after the last off-road event. Not for any particular reason, getting an oil change. I think I need some rear sway bar bushings and some inner tie rods, just kind of general maintenance stuff, since the car really hasn't been looked at on a lift since I had my initial batch of work, lower control arms and all that fun stuff done about this time last year. So let's hit 64, beat the traffic, and get out of here. All right, some other action items that I want to, I guess, try to accomplish while I'm up there. So the Classic, my 89 Range Rover Classic, has been up in the cabin for maybe over a year now. I do need to get that back to Richmond and get it looked at and kind of get it serviced, and maybe attempt to tackle some of the floor rust repair. I know it's just been a while, so I need to figure out what car I can swap out for it. Obviously, I've got a bunch of broken D2s at the yard. Maybe one of those, if I can figure out the $700 or $600 D2 brake, one of the brake issues, that one might be a good candidate. But yeah, you know, it's just one of those things that it's not really conducive to just dailying that truck, but I need to bring it back. So that's something that's going to happen in the future. That'll be an interesting video of me trying to get it back. Really never driven it more than 10-15 miles, so yeah, taking it on a 100-mile downhill journey on the highway was going to be interesting on a less than roadworthy vehicle. Other updates, well, it'll be another video. I bought a few interesting items accessory wise for the 08 SuperCharged. One is on the back at the moment. I'll do a video on that. The other is an eBay roof rack, one of those $150 deals. I'm going to install that and see how it holds up. Again, there's no real good reviews to kind of figure out how it holds up and what it's rated for and all that stuff. So I'm going to do it just because it probably adds a little more functionality to this truck. Able to throw a topper on and whatnot. So that's probably it. Oh, and issues and problems. I just discovered that this SuperCharged, the heated seats don't work, which is rather annoying because that's one of the features in the wintertime going up to the cabin that I enjoy a lot. So the cooled seats work, heated steering wheel, the heat works. I read a lot of and saw a lot of videos of guys that say you have to remove the seat back to look at the little heater element, and whatever liquid it is flows around through there and probably is throwing a code, which is interesting because it's not a normal heated seat. It's in conjunction with a blower. There's an element in there that heats things up. I'd much rather have just had my cooled seat and then a normal heated seat, but can't win it all. Again, pretty good application for this truck. You know, I couldn't picture a more perfect vehicle for this application, honestly. Bombing up a highway, shooting down these kind of country roads and then shooting up another little off-road section in great pace, let's call it. Again, this is exactly where this truck shines. I love it. Absolutely love it. Even a Cayenne could do it, but you know, it doesn't have that same feel. You know, it's just not, doesn't do it for me, I don't think. It'd be fun, but they just kind of blend in. This is a little more interesting. All right, and the dismount. I'm going to slap her down in the low and get on out of here. Let's check it out. So that hurricane that kind of killed Florida had also kind of, I wouldn't say we got any wind or whatnot, but the rain and wind, light wind. It doesn't really take a lot of wind around here to screw some stuff up, especially with some of these old dead trees. But so far so good, you know. So we always like to come up prior to someone actually checking in to make sure that the driveway is not blocked, because sometimes it happens. Like I said, it's not too bad to just clear it out, but you know, it takes a second. But all this foliage will start dying off soon. You'll have a lot more visibility to the property. Didn't really spend as much time up here this summer as I would have liked. I guess the whole pregnancy thing kind of threw a wrench into those plans, but it's okay. There'll be time to complete some of those trails that I've got videos on that I started in another video. But here's the other part, and here's the little mud crossing, which, all right. Oh, there's our first problem. Let me move that. Yeah, again, not the end of the world, but gotta do it. Truck looks good. Okay. Definitely a bit of a different driving experience with low range and a supercharger. A lot less pedal input than I'm used to, at least from the LR3. Up we go. Oh, more trees, great. Oh, fun. Branches. Oh. Yeah. Oh man, nice. You know, I probably should have put the e-brake on, but in the spirit of all things Land Rover, look, it started in 2 instead of 1. I don't trust these electronic e-brakes at all. I had the Sport that we had. I tried it once and it immediately failed on me, so I don't touch them. So, you know, no love lost there. All right, she's still intact, pretty good. And the lights are on and the Classic's still there. So all good news. Let's jump out. Oh, great. So actually I need to make a phone call, so I don't get reception at the house unless it's somebody I know and I can call them via social media or Instagram or Facebook or something like that. So I'm gonna have to jet up to the top of the hill in order to get reception here. And I've never taken this truck up here. Traction might be a bit of an issue, seeing how I don't have the right tires on this, but we'll see. Luckily it seems pretty dry. Oh yeah. And no problem. Sweet. Only solutions, right? All right, I would say that it was a success. The service actually will improve as fall continues to set in and the foliage starts to shed. That's the leaves really block a lot of the reception here. So testing out the downhill, pretty controlled actually. Oh man, I do like this truck. I am a fan. Watch my series on it. 08 Supercharged, 07, 08, 09 Supercharged L322. Probably one of the best ones you can buy. So let's jump into these tasks here. All right, so the first thing is my wireless camera is offline, not charging. I don't know if the little plug at the bottom is not clipped in, which, oh man, I can't really tell. So we're gonna mess around with it now. Grab the damn ladder. So of course, as soon as I touch it, it comes alive. So I'm gonna give it some juice and let it think about its life, and then test connectivity, because look, I'm getting alerts, it's staring at me. So I don't know, I've had this for about 6 months, it's been great. It just doesn't reconnect after I lose Wi-Fi or something. And look, it's just sitting here taking pictures of me. So let's charge it up. It's been a good product, it's only 70 bucks. I'll link the Amazon link below. So hopefully it's just something silly, because so far it's been a pretty good camera for not that much money. There he is. That is a big spider, if it'll focus. There we go. It's about the size of an acorn. Ooh, all right, we're in. Before we get to doing what I came here to do, let's get the classic fired up, make sure it starts. Yeah, so unfortunately, it looks like someone tried to open, oh man, it's getting worse. Someone tried to open the door here, which I don't understand. I mean, I get it, but don't screw with other people's trucks. Oh, great. And I have to use the updated method for entry. Oh boy, smells nice in here. All right, what's the odds? What are the odds? Again, probably haven't started it in 2-3 weeks. How old, Max? 3 weeks old? Something like that. Do I have juice? Make sure there was a big old spider on there last time. Not gonna mess with it this time. Let's see. I don't know. Not a lot of bingle. Oh, there's a bingle bongle. Oh, more spiders. Excellent. Woo! God, I love this truck. Pretty good. Let's let her, man, come out. Let's let her warm up. All right, why we came here. Let's check these bad boys out. Installed some new baseboard heating units. The old ones were junk, and you know, these aren't going to be amazing, but it's better than what we had there before. We had 4 units and 2 were not functional. There is the other one, a little bit smaller for the bathroom, and it looks much better, kind of like a backup heating option. I would one day probably want to put in some type of mini split unit or something, but you know, that'll do for the time being. Luckily, as the temperature gets lower, all the bugs that plague the interior of the place will hopefully be dead. I hate bugs. Okay, there's one in this room. Oh, I forgot, it's back behind here. All right, sweet. Yeah, if we run them when we're not gone, heating bill goes up $100 or so. So I don't like that stat. So these will hopefully just, you know, be a better option. I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum everything, make it look nice. But man, every time I come up here, I want to stay. You know, always gonna plug the place. It's on Airbnb. I'll link it below. Not too bad. I popped the hood and the car is lowering. Interesting. Let's see if it stops. Just gonna check the oil. Wow. I guess you can't, they don't want you checking the oil and checking the, opening the bonnet in high mode. Cool. Before I was so rudely interrupted by my own vehicle, I'm gonna plug this little vacuum here. This thing's the bee's knees. Yeah. This little shark. Come on. Shit. Yeah. Again, for doing stuff like this, run it in, run it out, no plugs, no issues. There it is right there. Decent investment if you're doing this type of stuff on the bill. So the gentleman that installed these was not joking. I guess there is some cosmoline or something on the fins that needs to get burnt off, and I can smell it. So I'm gonna fire all these up and try to give it a little more burn time. Hey, buddy. Yep, just par for the course. All right, last but not least, let's just check on Starlink. Yep, massive spider, check. Still bolted to the house, gently, check. We are good to go. Nice. Nice little view of the property from here. The last of the dying bees. Thank God, this thing's pretty annoying. Oh, this tree fell. It was dead. And luckily it didn't fall towards the house. I mean, it was right there and it fell that away. So yeah, cross your fingers. And a little swag attack, there you go. All right, that's a wrap. She's ready to go, all cleaned up for the next people. And still Miss Reesewood. And that's a wrap on the video, guys. Cabin's looking good. I definitely need to trim all this fun stuff, but that's a work in progress for another time. You know, we'll see how it goes. That's still making noise. Great. Wonderful. Super. Hey, subscribe to fun whatever's probably broken there. Thanks for watching. Buddy, that's not good. Definitely might have blown. An air shot somehow. Not good. I gotta make it home now. Oh yeah, oh my God, I can feel it. Well, shit, I got a hole in a air shock. Bad timing. What do I do with that? So I had some electrical tape and I put that on it because that's really gonna fix it. So it's gonna be a race against the clock now to get home before the compressor probably overheats and then I cause myself additional damage. So, woo! This video just got interesting, boys and girls. And I just watched that front left. See how it dips down? That's its fighting itself. The hole's not too big, but you heard it when I tried to air it up. Wasn't happy, so man, couldn't have come at a worse time. So what I think I'm gonna do actually is stop and get some duct tape. I know it sounds stupid, but I really don't feel the air coming out when it's not actually under pressure. And anything to seal it up a little bit. I'm gonna stop at a gas station. Maybe they got duct tape. We'll see. Worst case, give the air compressor a second to cool down. I don't know. We'll see. Well, shit. No duct tape. So we'll just do this. Woo. Well, that's not going to do it. We're just going to have to hustle. All there is to it. So this is pretty much a whole new premise for a video. I don't have any suspension error lights, no compressor overheating lights or anything yet. The car pulling a little bit to the left, but it was doing that on the way up here, so this might have been a little bit pre-existing. So yeah, this will be a real-world test to see what happens, how robust the system, the tank, the pump, the air pump, and everything works in conjunction to get me home. I got places to be. I've got a wife and a 4-week-old, so this is your worst case scenario Range Rover moment. So what we know right now is we don't have high lift suspension. Fine, you can still get out of whatever scenario you're in without it. But now can I get back? That's going to be the big question. All right, jumping on 64. I got 100 miles to go, and I think, you know, if I can keep it straight, the sensor's straight, it won't trigger the pump to work overtime, because the leak isn't terrible, but it's there. So Operation Make It Home again. And there's the warning. I've got 90 miles left and I'm sinking. I'm sinking. Man, this is a Range Rover evening. This is about as interesting as it gets. Man. All right, guys, it's gotten worse. I'm getting all types of suspension faults. It's telling me not to go over 30. You can see from the camera, it's getting bouncy. So I'm sure the hole's getting a little worse. Oh, you see that? Man, I just talked to my buddy RVA Rover. He's piloted me in on this issue. Apparently I can pull the compressor fuse, and that will at least prevent the compressor from burning out, and I'm just gonna be in for a shitty bumpy ride. Woo! Coming in hot, Goose. We are coming in hot. We're not gonna make it. I don't know. It's do I sacrifice the compressor and an air shock? I'm not really sure what that looks like, but I got a feeling that my night might end up on a tow truck coming up. I wish I had a Jeep right now. Not happy. Truck, I can't even say, oh man, this is great. This is great. Land Rovers and Range Rovers are great. Oh look, here's my recon page. I'm sagged out in the front. I'm down. I blew something. Probably sagged out a little bit in the rear. Coming in hot. I'm bouncing. It's not happy. It's not happy. I think I might have lost everything. We'll see. All right, I guess on the plus side, I'm glad I don't have knobby tires or anything on here. This is the one time, thank God, I have stock tires, stock suspension. I don't know if Johnson, oop, that was algae. Rods would have hurt or helped anything, but I've got a, oh man. I'm getting a little taste of my own medicine. Of course, oh, Jesus. Should've bought a Gap tool. Should've spent the money. Then I wouldn't be bouncing down 64 with my broken ass suspension. God damn it. Yeah, that's what's going on right now. Here comes another bridge. It's not too bad. I can't tell if I'm all the way down and this is just how it's gonna be. I mean, that's not terrible. It's just try not to break anything else, you know? Fuck you, Jeep. Yeah, just rubbing it in. Just mushing it. On the upside, I'm running in low mode, so I bet you I'm getting better MPGs, right? Just cutting through the air. Oh, another bridge. Shit. Oh. Well, we're just gonna pop on the old heated, cooled seat, since I don't have the heat. And and enjoy our remaining trip back. Nice. All right, 40 miles left. Getting good MPG. I'm going 74, 75 miles an hour. It's not terrible. I mean, it's a little bouncy. Thank God I don't have to do anything above and beyond just scooting down a highway. I haven't had any other faults besides suspension fault, so maybe we make it. I don't know. We'll see. This was not supposed to be a part of this video, but this is where real content comes from. Gotta love Range Rovers. So I know I need at least one air strut. I'll probably get an R-Knot unit. They're like $300. They're probably $9 million now because of COVID and prices. And hopefully I can just swap it out. You know, that's a driveway job, I'm thinking. So we'll see. Maybe. I don't know. Next video? Nah, it's okay. Still 35 miles left, so we're not out of the weeds yet. Go. Or get us all killed, you dumbass. This is how you get rear-ended. Oh, look. They just passed me. They just passed me. That's weird. Well, a little while ago, they probably hit a deer. Woo! Home stretch, baby! Pulling up, I don't know, 7 miles from Short Pump, so that's like 14 miles from my house. She's just bouncing away here. No major updates or issues. Like I said, I mean, I'm down there. There must be just enough in there that I'm not scraping on anything. I'm still doing 75. So, I mean, as far as that test of, hey, if your air suspension blows out, your truck's going to just leave you completely stranded, that hasn't happened yet. So that's great. I really wish I knew when the issue originated, but I don't. So, that's just how these things occur. So, if you're wondering what that looks like, what that leak down test looks like, this is pretty much it. That's what it's like to own an old Land Rover. It is what it is. Just want to make it the last 10 miles. I got shit to do. What an evening. Well, if you're still watching, appreciate it. Click that like button and that subscribe button and that little bell button because I'm going to need all the financial support to make out of this one that I can. So, again, appreciate everyone watching. I mean, spend my money terribly. What left of there? I don't have any money. It's all gone. Everyone tells me or says, why do you still have a Land Cruiser? Why don't you sell your Land Cruiser? You have all these Range Rovers. Why do you need a Land Cruiser? Me. This is why. This is why I still have a Land Cruiser. Because Range Rovers break. They do. That's just what happens. They break. And you know what doesn't really break? My Land Cruiser. I was going to bring it today. Or the truck. Except diesel's too expensive. Ouch. Damn it. I really was going to bring the Land Cruiser today. It would have been a great opportunity for me to stretch its legs. And I didn't. Because I thought this would be a little quicker. Nah. And, nope. But it's like, the Toyota gods, a couple Hail Marys or something. But a couple miles away, still going, still moving, not rubbing, truck still beeping, still 20 miles per gallon. So, yeah. Oh man, I'm just trying to. I'm like the adaptive Mercedes suspension, just trying to scan the road for potholes. That's healthy. All right. And the secret hero here is my air compressor. I mean, it's just, I don't even hear it. I'm assuming it's on still, but I've been in a lot of these trucks where it's really loud even when it's not broken. So it's just going down with the ship back there. It's just fighting that good fight. It's like that scene from, was it U-571, where the guy dives into the engine bay to pull some plug and sacrifice himself for the good of the ship. She's just back there just keeping enough air to get me home. So at least that's how I describe it. I don't know. Maybe that's the wrong analogy. Maybe it's on fire back there. Rover 2's wounded coming in. losing altitude, coming in hot. Oh, man. Love that stance life ride quality. But we made it. We made it. That wasn't that terrible, but man, that sucks. This sucks. But, you know, whatever. Yeah, pay the price. All right. We made it. It is low, but you know what? I think it looks good. All right, well, kids, that's gonna be a wrap on this video for now. Me and the low-riding Range Rover have made it back. And yeah, that was quite the adventure. Thanks for watching. Do the whole subscribe thing. This video series is not gonna be much longer. I was gonna do something cool, like throw a roof rack or something and review some other things, but nope, it's gonna be, let's fix the suspension because the toy is broken. So, see you on the next one.